Hey everyone, and welcome. So, your Spanish speaking exam is coming up. And I know that can feel a little nerve-wracking, but honestly, it's not as scary or mysterious as you might think. We're about to take a guided tour through the whole thing, step by step, so you know exactly what's coming. Let's get that confidence up. First things first, why should you really focus on this? Well, check this out. Paper 1, your speaking exam, is worth a full 25% of your entire GCSE Spanish grade. Yep, a whole quarter of your final mark comes from this one exam. So you can see why getting comfortable with how it's all put together is a massive advantage. Okay, so the exam is split into two tiers, foundation and higher. But get this, they're both worth exactly the same number of marks, 50. The main difference you'll notice is the timing. Foundation is about 7 to 9 minutes long, while higher gives you a little more time, around 10 to 12 minutes. That extra couple of minutes is really just to handle the slightly more demanding questions at the higher level. So here's our game plan for this little tour. We're going to kick things off with that super important 15-minute prep time. Then we'll break down each of the 3 tasks, one by one: the read aloud, the role play, and the big one, the picture and conversation. And we'll finish up with the key things you absolutely need to walk away with. Ready? All right, let's get into it. Before you even say a single word to the examiner, you get 15 minutes of prep time. Now, this isn't just dead time to sit and get nervous. No way. This is your golden opportunity to get your thoughts in order and figure out your plan of attack. So, here's how those 15 minutes break down. First, you get all the materials for all 3 tasks. Then, you have about 14 minutes to scribble down notes on some A4 paper and mark up the read aloud text. And then, this is a really cool part, the last minute happens in the exam room where you can actually practice reading that first text out loud. Of course, there are some ground rules. You absolutely can, and you should, make notes and look at them during the exam. But, and this is a big one, you can't use a dictionary or look anything else up. This time is all about organizing what you already know, not learning new stuff. Okay, prep time is up, and the exam officially starts with task 1. This is your first impression, and it's all about one thing: showing off how clear and confident your pronunciation is. So what is this task? Well, it's got 2 little parts. First, you just read a short text in Spanish out loud. Simple enough. Right after that, the examiner will ask you 2 questions about the text you just read. They're not from out of nowhere, they're directly related, just to check that you can communicate on the spot. Now, this is where it gets pretty interesting. You can see the higher text is a bit longer, right? About 15 words or so. But look at the marks. They're worth the exact same, 12 marks each. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they're focused on the quality of your pronunciation, not just the number of words you can get through. All right, once the reading is done, we slide right into task 2, the role play. And here, the focus shifts a little bit. We're moving away from just pronunciation and into how you use your Spanish in a real-world, practical situation. Basically, for a few moments, you're going to be an actor. You'll have a short, back-and-forth conversation like you're buying a train ticket, ordering in a cafe, or asking for directions. It's all about communication. Can you get your point across and understand what's being said back to you? And here is, without a doubt, the best thing about this task. It's so predictable. Your roleplay will always be in one of these 10 places. That's it. It's a closed list. This is huge because it means you can literally prepare vocab and key phrases for every single one of these scenarios. No surprises. And again, we see some small but key differences between the tiers. At foundation, you have to ask 1 question. At higher, you ask 2. But the real step up for higher is the tense handling. You'll have to deal with a question about a future time frame, which tests a bit more of your grammar. But notice a pattern here. The marks are the same, 10 for both. And now we've arrived at the main event, the final and by far the most important part of the exam. Task 3. This is the grand finale, where you get to bring together all your skills in description and conversation. Just look at that number, 28 marks. That's more than task 1 and task 2 times combined. Out of the 50 total marks for the whole speaking exam, more than half are right here in this one single task. This is really where you can secure your grade. So, how does it work? It unfolds in 3 little stages. First, you get a choice of 2 pictures. You pick one and describe what you see: who's in it, where they are, what's going on. Then you'll answer 2 quick questions about the picture. And finally, the conversation opens up into a more general chat about the overall theme of the picture. Now, this chart tells you everything you need to know about what's most important. Look, describing the picture and answering those first 2 questions, that's worth 12 marks, the same as all of task 1.
But the broader conversation that follows, that's worth a whopping 16 marks. That's your chance to really shine and show you can sustain a conversation.
Okay, we've walked through the whole thing from start to finish. Let's just pull it all together and quickly recap the most important things you need to remember. First, the structure is totally predictable. It's always these 3 tasks, always in this order, no curveballs. Second, that 15-minute prep time is your secret weapon, so use it well. Third, know what each task is for. Task 1 is about pronunciation, Task 2 is about practical communication, and Task 3 is all about description and conversation. And finally, remember where the big marks are, that broader conversation in Task 3. And hey, if you're still feeling the pressure, just remember this quote from the people who actually make the exam. They call their own tests compassionate and familiar. This exam is not designed to trick you or catch you out. It's designed to give you a fair shot to show them what you can do. So there you have it. The mystery is gone. You know the format, the timings, the marks, and what every single part is asking for. The power is completely in your hands. So the only question left is this. Now that you know the structure, how are you going to use it to prepare?